Dude, something in front of the camera, Grant. Don't kill me, dude. Don't kill me. That got me. I see the back of your head. Yeah, I was leaning in to read something. Oh my god. I think it was Alex. Might have been me. Oh, dude, today was gorgeous outside. I got a few errands done. I did work. Like the few minutes that I was outside too, like just to get some sun felt so refreshing. Finally. Not as gorgeous as you, I'm betting. Scrubs. Not as gorgeous as you, please. But it was so nice. Finally getting some decent weather. I feel like I haven't had a nice day like this, like, since forever. Saturday was nice. It was still windy where I was, Lucidity. So, like, it was kind of cold. But, oh my god, it was so good today. Oh, that's hot. That might be a little too hot. How goes it? So nice to finally have some sun. Dude, for real. It was nice. I did some, basically just some light errands. Although that only took me like 20 minutes. But it was really just like fixing things around here. And then honestly, I got to some things I wanted to get to for a while that I just couldn't get to because I needed to be outside to do it. So nice though, man. It was a gorgeous day. I even shaved today because I was feeling it. And God, what a difference shaving makes. What's up, folks? Waiting for my Raptors game tonight because one of my childhood friends will be performing the anthem. That's awesome. Pen pop? I got you, Lanes. Hit me with that pen pop off the rip. Boom. Clean shave always feels good. If I go shorter than this, I don't know how you guys feel. Well, for the guys here anyways, or the people that grow beards. If I go shorter than this, it starts to irritate my skin. I've tried going shorter than this, and it becomes red, and it becomes irritable, and I hate it. I do write with this all the time. I'm actually almost out of ink on this particular cartridge, so I need to refill it. It's not even razor burn, because I don't do clean shaven. But even
hello,
if I go,
Mr. Toes. Long time no see.
Dude, thank you so much for 23 months. And also, yes, a long time no see. How are things? But if I go shorter than, I think this is considered like 3 millimeters or something like that. I don't know. Or something. It's just level 3. If I go shorter than level 3 on my razor, I can get away with 2. But if I go lower than that, it's just, ugh. It's ingrown hairs. That's all it is. Dude. Aru, thank you so much for the Prime as well. Thank you, dude. Foundry, this is from a brand called CWNT. So, how is the Manscaped one? I have an old trimmer from when I was like early 20s, and they don't even sell the blades for it anymore. I'm here but can't stay. How come? Just got some stuff going on? The pace one, I like it. Yeah, I'm in the market for a new one eventually, but mine's the cool one. Mine has, hear me out. My particular one has the vacuum. So as I shave, it also sucks up all the hairs. It's not the best in the world, but it does cut down on a lot of the cleaning up. So I got it from Walmart back in the day. It was nice. I really liked it. Oh, did I post that thing I wanted to post? I did, okay. I was posting our stream today on Instagram, since someone said I never post my streams on Instagram anymore, so I will start to do that. What kind of wizardry is this you're speaking of? Have you not heard of this? Okay, my favorite gadget that I've ever bought myself, hands down, the thing that saved me a bunch of time in the mornings when I used to shave every day, was the razor or the trimmer with like those mini vacuum thingies. If I let it grow really long, like what I had it to, that's long for me, it doesn't work as well. But if you just like if I trim this in a week, it sucks as it cuts. And if I do this next week, minimal things will be on the sink. So, dude, it's so handy. I kid you not. Like, it is like #1 device I think I've ever purchased when it comes to just like everyday stuff. I can't imagine anything else that's saved me as much time. I had one from Philips, but like I don't know if they still make it anymore. Alex sucking and cutting. When you put it like that, must be nice to be able to grow facial hair, flex on us more. Okay, I knew this was gonna get brought up somehow or some way. I knew it, dude. Yoshi, thank you so much for a year, man.
Hello.
Oh,
Been a while. Missed my sub last month but still here for a year. Time flies, man. Hope everything is good on your end.
It's good, man. I had a really good day today. I was productive. I got things done. I built a keyboard off stream last night. Tuned up a whole bunch of stuff this morning. So it was a good day. I can't complain. I can ruin anything. Thank you so much for 5 months. Thank you, dude. Actually, today while I was running errands, I didn't know what I was going to do for myself for dinner because it was just me tonight. And I was passing by one of the butcher shops and I saw they had picanha on sale. And it was basically for a big chunk, $14, which was really good. So that's 2 days worth of food. And oh my God, dude, I killed it by making the picanha today. It was like the best I've ever done it. But I think honestly, I need to go to that butcher more. I forget the name of it. I just know where it is. I need to go to that butcher more. It's a little out of the way. But my goodness, the cut of meat there was so much better. Usually so pricey. Dude, it wasn't always. Remember when picanha used to be like dirt cheap? I bought picanha for the first time many years ago. And then it got really popular. And then it was, pre-COVID, yeah. And then it got really popular. And then I remember when I bought picanha last year, because I haven't bought it in about a year. It was real expensive. None of the old cuts I used to buy are cheap anymore. Like that's why this is my first steak in like many. I think it actually might be my first steak in a few months. But yeah, we just don't buy it anymore. It's all so expensive. Where's the VOD for the Chronos? Probably on my YouTube channel. I don't know if it's still on Twitch, but it'll probably be on YouTube if you look it up. Picanha is very traditional meat in Brazil and Portugal. I know, dude. Apparently it's like the cut in Brazil. I don't know about Portugal, like if it's like the cut there too, but apparently in Brazil it's like the cut. You cannot get a better cut. I like New York strips. They're okay, but not at the price that people are selling it. Same here in Portugal. Okay, so it is the cut in Portugal as well. Yeah, I think basically the only time I'm ever buying any meat at this point is if it's on sale. I just, dude, I looked at the price on some of the other stuff. Like, since when are ribeyes $48 a pound? I haven't had a ribeye in like many years as well, like purchased one. But I remember, again, maybe pre-COVID or maybe during COVID, it was like maybe $20 a pound. But who's buying it at $40-something a pound, dude? Who's buying that? And I think they're just, the butcher that I went to is a bit more expensive. But I've seen that even at like St. Lawrence Market. Here in Toronto, it's like a nice place where there's tons of different butchers. And it's all around the same. Like it's $30 to $40 a pound. Guess I'm having hot dogs? Bro, I love hot dogs. Don't even get me started, alright? Depends if it's aged. This is not aged stuff. I know when it's aged, because first of all, they label it, and then also it's a different color. Exotic butchers to see if it's cheaper? No, I don't really know where butchers are. I was out of my area a little bit today, and I just happened to be near one. But I don't think anything in my area, I don't think there's a butcher shop in my area at all. I made pho yesterday, Alex. Come over and get some. Okay, I'm gonna share with you guys something. This is also why my girlfriend, like, she like is disappointed in me. The last time I had pho was probably when I was a teenager. I just haven't had it in that long. I haven't just had it in forever. When I go out, you guys are gonna freaking hate me for saying this, by the way. Also, D-Wood, thank you so much for a tier 1. So nice.
D-Wood Fork gifted a tier 1 sub to Keeps _
Hear me out. If I'm going out, first of all, pho is the same price as any other meal. So it's not like a quick and easy, like, cheaper meal here. All right? My girlfriend loves pho. That's why I said that. She, like, loves it. But if I'm going out normally, yeah, first of all, I'm not really, like, a soup or broth kind of guy. I know it's good. But if I'm going to spend the money, I'd rather just spend the money on... I don't know, something where I feel like this sounds dumb, but I feel like something where I'm getting more like value out of it. I don't know, because it's all the same price. If it was like substantially cheaper, I'd say fuck yeah, I'll give it another go, and because I haven't had it in forever. Even ramen, dude, I don't buy ramen anymore. I don't go to get ramen because ramen's still like 15, 16 bucks. Satiating the hunger, yeah. Pho used to be affordable. I don't even remember what the price used to be. Ramen's it's such a ripoff, dude. The last time I got ramen anywhere was when I went on my trip to Banff because they had a really good place with like ramen there apparently, and it was really good. But I'm not buying ramen anymore. Utoy, I don't have it unboxed, but I promise you soon, okay? You probably like the sandwiches at the pho restaurants. I mean, I get everything else. So they have really good food at pho restaurants as well. It's not just pho. Since we're talking about pho, yakisoba is really goated. Yes, it is. I've had that, not recently, but I know what that is too. Because I think I had that when I was at our old place. Because there was a place that was really good for that around there. Okay, I gotta say something about banh mi's. I love banh mi's. But again, I don't know when this started happening. The price of banh mi sandwiches here in Toronto are no different than the prices of other sandwiches nowadays. I don't know when they started getting this expensive. Get gentrified wrecked. Dude, it's crazy how expensive. And then I was out sort of recently. Actually, maybe like 2 months ago. And I passed by some place that had like a designer banh mi sandwich that was no different than the other banh mi sandwiches, and they wanted like $18 for a banh mi, and I'm like, are you crazy? Like, what is this? Is 7V round 2 anytime soon? I haven't, honestly, Nev. People keep saying it soon, but I don't know. I don't know if the banh mi, I don't know if the 7V is coming back anytime soon. It's next. I don't know about soon. I don't know. Banh mi's are like $7 here. You can find some places for $7, but banh mi's used to be like under $5. There's a Shake Shack at Yorkdale now? I still haven't had Shake Shack. Yeah, that's what designer is, Corgi. For real. But I hope everyone had a lovely day. I hope everyone had a really good one. I'm still processing how nice it was outside. Again, I hate to be like, I feel like I'm beating a dead horse at this point, but I feel like I haven't had this nice of a day in what feels like forever. So today just really put me into a good mood. Literally just the weather. Nothing even exciting happened today, but just the weather put me into a good mood today. So, oh, thank you, Mita. I appreciate that. I got an HHKB today. I bought off of Mech Market for a good price to use for work, and then we're tired fingies. What were you using before? Touching grass isn't a joke. Yeah, it really isn't. Started the day with a tornado alert. Hopefully it didn't happen. The weather's amazing here. Really, Lockhart? Like temperature-wise too? My Zoyu just literally broke. Which one's that one there? Lit. I am sort of trying to not be mean to myself over my executive dysfunction. Gosh, I cannot read sometimes. Executive dysfunction, but I'm still getting some work done. Dude, I think we mentioned this the other day, but sometimes we have days where our 100% isn't going to be the same as the day before. So, but I feel you, man. I feel you. Oh, this is zoomed in. Okay, so we are doing the Agar today. This has been a board that I wish that I think there was like a round one of this, but we didn't get to look at. This is the Agar. I have been itching to take a look at this for quite some time, and we finally get to take a look at it. It's about $125. Let's actually pull it back up here. It's $125 if you want to get the EC version. Does it even have a little? Yeah, EC would be about $159, but let's just stick with the basics. This is $125 to start. It is a good-looking keyboard. We also got an EC one. It's pre-built for us because we're not building two tonight, so we got an EC one, which I'll show you guys. Got some interesting keycaps. A small change was made, so that's why it took longer to get to you. I'm just happy we have it now, Pancake, because this is a really neat looking board. This one's cool. The one we're going to build with the MX switches, really cool. So we have the PC purple one, and then we have the silver one. And just, the keycaps are really neat on this, by the way. It's a nice EC version. But just to show you guys the case, and then we'll kind of open this up here and... Well, not open up the case. The case is a one-piece case, but it is extremely photogenic. Even just look at these curves on the side over here. Like, look at that. Those little tapers. I'm gonna move this over. It is extremely photogenic. Extremely. It looks real good. Then my favorite part about this board, we'll take a look at more. It also has a slight curve on the front over here, so it kind of smiles at you almost. But it's just to show you that this isn't just a simple rectangle, which really made me happy to see, because that just means there was some, you know, design that went into this. But my goodness, I love the little viewport for the weight over here. Love, love, love this. And then look at the weight. You're gonna tell me that isn't the prettiest thing you've ever seen? With the little boat and the little moon? It is real nice. They did a really good job on this. Even the side over here with a bit of a koala curve on the side. It just, I mean, look at that side profile. I'm sure that the anode version, and the anode's really good on this, by the way. I did take a look at both of them already and kind of inspected them just because I wanted to make sure everything was in the box and I didn't have any surprises. I will admit right away, though, I do prefer the silver metal version, the aluminum version, a little bit more than the PC version. I just think this board looks better as an aluminum keyboard. Personal preference, I know, but I really feel like this looks better as an aluminum keyboard. And then here is the PC one. So you don't notice some of the curves as much, and that's why I'm saying I think this really looks better as an aluminum keyboard, but it still is really pretty. Yeah, it does absorb a little bit too much light. It doesn't kind of show off its neat curves as nicely as the aluminum. But it's still really pretty. Damn. This might be one of my favorite KBD fans releases in a little while. Well, KBD fans vendored. But it's nice. I don't know, is the PC one a little bit more expensive? I didn't even check. I don't know, still $125. That's not bad. $125 ain't that bad. You're on an HHKB tear right now. I like my HHKBs as well. I do. I think HHKBs are nice. Very cool, very cool. So this is going to be a pre-order, and I think it comes in around May, I believe. Did it say May? Let's see if I can find it. Yes, May. But very, very, very pretty. They killed it with this. It has an interesting mounting system, so it's using like a silicone block mounting system. Think lattice blocks, for better or for worse. You kind of like that, sort of, because it's a one-piece case. They have a really... I don't know what to think about the daughter board, but it's interesting. We'll see. But it is a gorgeous board, through and through. So nice.
Sun's out. Steaks on the grill.
Oh my god,
Alex
dude.
sharing the love with chat. Happy Monday.
Thank you. You got steaks on the grill? My guy. Thank you so much for the dono. I appreciate that, man. That's huge. Dude, I hope your food's good. Thank you, dude. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you. Actually, let me pull up something here quick. One sec. Oh my god, what was I gonna do? It's $125. Yeah. Well, let me just triple check with everything. I'm assuming you get the hot swap aluminum plate. Oh, in this case, they gave me a PC one, but that doesn't change the price. If you're not going EC, it is pretty crazy priced. I think it's really, really well priced. So, also Darmok, thank you again, man. Just in case I didn't thank you enough, thank you again for the dono of 25, bro. I really appreciate that, man. If you solder, it's even cheaper. Is the solder even cheaper? Oh my god, I didn't even realize that. Wait, that's kind of interesting that they didn't have solder as the first choice. Yeah, solder's $115. Get the solder one. It's 115 for solder, which is even crazier. Like, that's wild to me. Crazy price. Again, I think I do prefer the aluminum, but it is what it is. It is what it is. The aluminum also has a bit of a nicer weight. I don't know if this is just heavier for some reason. And again, we'll look at the EC one later. Hell, I might even just like swap the internals eventually. Well, actually, I can just show you guys. Here's the internals. Oh, one of the blocks thing fell over here. I don't even know how to put these on. Haven't built it yet. But there's the daughter board. The daughter board's the strangest thing I've ever seen, but it works apparently. So it kind of, it's kind of, how do I word this properly? It's using some sort, it's the FR4, like it's just one big piece, but it can be springy. I don't know. I don't have a good word for this, guys. I'm so sorry. It's leaf spring. It's leaf spring sorta. So it's interesting the way they did that. It makes me laugh seeing this thing because it's interesting, but it works. It works. And there's that EC PCB in case you guys want to see that. Some RGB in case you guys get the PC ones. I might put this into this. What do you guys want me to build today with, by the way? Any particular one? I think people have already built in the aluminum. So we can build in this if you guys would like. Let me put this back now. In the PC? Okay. Let me put this back. But yeah, there's the little silicone gel blocks that would sit on this. Oh gosh. My light today, I feel like my light isn't as bright as it usually is. Yeah, double check that later. Okay, let's just put this back for now. Okay, so I don't know what this is using, to be honest. Like I said, I didn't assemble this one here. Let's see. What's this? I don't know. I don't know what these are. Let's see. Are these... I have no idea. It could be navies. I'm assuming navies. Oh, no, maybe not. Not navies. These are... I have no clue what these are. Navies are all blue. I don't know. Yeah, this is the EC one. So we're going to move this over to the side, and we're going to do the... I can ask KBD fans, because they assembled this one. Recolor of navies? I don't know. I don't want to guess. They are? They are what? Sorry, Pancake? They're just recolored? Oh, okay. They're recolors? They're recolors of navies. Okay, there you guys go. There's the answer. So we got some stabs. Does this come with stabs, or did they just send me stabs? Now I'm curious, and I want to find that out too. I don't think it comes with stabilizers. Let me triple check. What's included? I don't think so. Doesn't say, so probably not. I wouldn't count on this being in the box. This is just, they probably sent me this to build with. Yeah, if they gave you this too, I would have been blown away. Those were just a gift. Oh, and this is a little hook thing to get your unit out. Kind of nice to have, by the way, so hold on to this if you guys do pick up this board. And there's some foam. From what I understand, they do recommend using at least bottom foam for this board. We'll experiment, though. They give you a legit crochet hook. Yeah, Oak, they did. I probably have one or two of those because of my girlfriend, but... Which color Salvation? Oh, the case is black? Dude, Miquelon would be fire on that. Now let's look at the PCB. They sent over the hot swap unit. Let's take a look at this bad boy. Very nice. Very, very nice. So I have one small quarrel that I will say is I don't like that they packaged this and this together in one baggie. I really I mean, there's not a whole lot of stuff that can maybe get knocked off here, but it's always a bit of a quarrel of mine when they pack two pieces that are delicate in one baggie. But it's okay. Nothing looks damaged. There's not a lot of diodes on this because they use the big diodes, which is nice. Also, another small thing over here too that I really, really like is the... we've been seeing some people use these larger diodes. So there's less things to go wrong in transit, but still, these have LEDs, and I would hate for this to like crush an LED or something. It was just loose. There's no way to plug this in unless you magnetize it to this. And it was over here, I think. So, even so, I wouldn't want this to smack anything and hit anything. I'll be straight with you. Put the Bees Keys Winnie the Pooh. Oh, those would be really interesting on it. All right. And there's that daughter board again. I mean, it does what it sets out to do. There's just long traces, which is interesting. Down these, see the traces? It's kind of cool to look at. It's kind of in a way, it's ingenious. I have to admit, it's just like the silliest thing, but it works. So yeah, this should allow for no hotspots with the pogo pin, and it has a pogo pin, which is great. But obviously, this means you're going to get a proprietary daughter board. If that matters to you, if you kind of want pieces that you don't have to, fight tooth and nail to get, maybe this will bother you. But it is interesting. It is interesting. And this is a 1.6 mil PCB, which is awesome. Compatibility-wise, I mean, we get split, we get full. Obviously, we're going to get, our 7U because this is an HHKB. You get enough here on the hot swap for what this is, so I'm not going to complain. This is nice. Very, very cool. I think you get enough. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but... Alright, I guess let's loop some stabs. Can I do full backspace? Would you guys be upsetty spaghetti with me? It kind of looks like a heating element, a little bit. No? Alright. One person said no, so therefore I can't do it. Alright. No, Alquan's yelling at me, dude. It has to be split? Alright, fuck. I'll do split. And here's our accessories bag. Actually, I'm going to put feet on this now so I don't scratch anything. I still absolutely love this. And this is a copper piece as well. Love the weights. So pretty. There's the gaskets. Oh, another crochet hook. Why is there two? Oh, I guess this is two boards. Some screws. Cute little screwdriver. Can I use box jades? As much as I actually do like box jades, I don't have any right now. I actually found an old batch of Obscuras that I had in a keyboard. It was, remember when we did a keyboard where you guys asked me to use unlubed Obscuras? Well, I lubed them. I desoldered and lubed them today. Drop test the DB to see if it bounces like a spring. How about this, ain't it? How about you pre-order the keyboard, then you set up your camera, and then you drop test it, and you send us all the results. What about that one there, dude? Drop test it yourself. How about that? How about you show us how it's done? I need an example. I only learn by example. So, I agree. Drop test these nuts. Okay, Frank. We need more Alex sass like that. And it's always demanding drop tests, Alex, how about you fuck right off? This guy's a visual learner. I need to see how it's done, ain't it? Alright. Feetsies are on. Also, using classic bubble feet, please. This is already stealing my heart. Do you know what I actually want to check as well? I don't know if it's listed on the website, but honestly, we've had a few times now where it's wrong. I want to just see the front height of the board. Not going from the smaller sides, just from here. Damn. 15. Actually, we'll just say 15. Yeah, about 15. Yeah, here we go. About 15. That is nice. With the feet, though, I'm assuming this would be a little taller. Yeah, about 17.6 with the feet. But real nice, dude. And if you use a desk mat, the feet sink in anyways a little bit, so it's effectively a little bit lower. But that's going to be a nice, comfy typing experience. I do like that. God, KVD fans killed it with this so far. All right, let's do stabs. How do I make a low profile not sound like shit? So I've actually tried a few low profile boards, and maybe I'm not well versed in lubing the low profile switches, but modding the switches is a big pain in the ass. Like I find that when I try to mod low profile switches, I get kind of nowhere. Like they're just all right. So I don't know. To me, there's not much I could really do. Did they send you an EC PCB? Yes, they already built it all though. It's on this one. We can type on it, but there's no building process with that one. Honestly, even if they sent me two, I can't really do both in one stream. So, you think Alex would give me his toxic unicorn? I was looking at it the other day actually, when I was looking at my green one. I need to. I may have made a little boo boo with my green one. Not scratched or anything, but I took out the PCB and I put the PCB away somewhere because I meant to disassemble it, and I knocked off a few diodes. So I just gotta fix that. You should sell that for 2 Hasselblads? Sell which? The Toxic Unicorn? I don't know. I give away things. Even if something's worth something, I'd rather just give it away. I don't want to sell anything that anyone's given me or anything like that. I really like the gaming on the MTNU, but for typing, nothing beats Double Shot Cherry. I haven't tried MTNU for gaming. Is it really that good? Toxic unicorns apparently go for 30,000. Why? Navy's EC switches seem like a revolution for EC. Might get see an EC comeback in 2025. I hope so. We're already having a lot of other development for EC. Surely they can never make more of those. If I'm being real with you guys, I think I maybe lack the understanding of some of the hype from collecting specific things in the keyboard hobby. So, but I mean, I also lack the understanding of collecting specific things in general. Like, I don't know, like if I don't have something, like I don't feel the compulsion to grab it. One of the rarest commissions, I feel like that could be argued about any small batch keyboard though. Because there's also been like 5-unit runs of other things. I don't know. I don't know. Like I feel like it's just. I think it's the rarest commission of the unicorn, which is already a popular board. So like I understand why it would have something like that price tag associated with it, but I don't know. They don't have a unicorn hype, I suppose. I mean, I don't really even use my unicorns much anymore. Event Horizon 50,000 when? I doubt that. There's a bunch of those. Honestly, as much as I really like the O-ring keyboards... Okay, I'll take it then. I'll consider keybs under the radar as rare. Yeah, like, I would personally say there's more interesting rare keyboards out there. But again, I got it, to each their own. We all have different things we value. So I understand completely. I'm just going to trim them all and then lube them all and see what happens. Oh, speaking of boards, apparently we're going to get some photos of the Manta soon from the manufacturer, so I will share those with you if Bull says okay. Also, Peter, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub, or gifted tier 1 sub.
Peter Dagwan gifted a tier 1 sub to Agar.
Thank you. is the first cherry screw-in stab... This is the first... No, we've done screw-in cherries before. Honestly, they're good. I have no quarrels with cherry screw-ins. I just don't have them ranked because they're kind of no different than clip-ins. They kind of feel the exact same to me. How much are OTDs going for? I don't know. Are we entering that realm of keyboards again, where everything is like extremely pricey and overpriced? Hot take: Neo 65CU looks better than the Kohaku. It's interesting. The big Popa. If we want to support the channel size stream, is a Twitch sub better the best? I know Twitch takes a cut. Is there a better option? I always feel like this topic's a bit weird for me because I don't want to tell you guys like to spend money on me. But big, I think the easiest way would, I'm going to be setting up something for Discord in case people don't want to support Twitch, because I have had people say they want something for Discord, and I've also had people tell me that they don't want to support Twitch, which is fine. Everyone has different, intentions with things. So I'm going to set something up on Discord where you can do a monthly sub on Discord, and then I think the way it's going to be set up is, I think it's like 95% of the that particular thing would actually go to me, opposed to, in some cases, like I think mine is like 50 or 60% goes to me on Twitch, which is, it is what it is. But yeah, I'm going to set something up on Discord. I'm going to be setting them up probably tonight. So it's probably going to go live tomorrow because I already have it live. Like I already made it all. I just need to make it go live. But there's that. I don't really use anything else anymore. I just don't have anything. So there's not really any better way to support me, unfortunately, right now. I've always been like that. I'm really bad with setting up things
celebratory
like that.
Hands in the air emoji.
Thank you, cousin. Appreciate that, man. Can I transfer you for support? No, you keep your money at it. It's fine. But I hope that answers the question. Discord it is. I'll make a little thingy big when that actually goes live. Thank you, though, cousin. I appreciate the year, brother. 1,000 Dell keyboards or a Manta? I think you guys will like the Manta. I hope. It's just my little hope, I guess. I'm a little nervous for that board. Yeah, we're finally building it, dude. We're taking our time. Like I said, I'm just in a good mood today. So we're just chilling, having a good time building keyboards, I can't wait for the Manta. Yeah, it's going to be neat. We're really hoping it has a slightly unique sound signature. I was getting my oil changed before lunch, and the manager had me feeling really uncomfy. He told the girl at the front I might make you stop by Dick's Burger place here to get me some lunch. And she asked why didn't he just bring his own lunch, and he said, my wife don't want to get... that's rude. When the girl at the front asked why he didn't just pack like a simple sandwich, he says, I don't do that. That's not how marriage works. God, people are so weird. That is just like... yeah, that would make me uncomfortable too, Fried. It's like weird entitlement. It's not even like... that's just his idea of what he thinks something is, which is stupid. I mean, if it works for him, then sure. But if it's not something I feel like you need to like tell other people about, Because that's not how everyone's marriage works. And just like weird energy. E3, thank you so much for using a Prime sub here. I really appreciate that, man. I was just trying to work in the lobby. I was like, hey, yo. Yeah. I don't know if it works for him considering he's roasting his wife. Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't sound like a pleasant person to be around. Yeah. I don't know, man. Speaking as a married man, that's not how it works. Yeah. Did that dude time travel from the 60 years or something? Like, if you've talked to your partner and you've like designated chores to one another, but like, as an example, we've designated certain chores that we do for each other. Like for me, I take care of I'll use one example. Like, I'm the one who is taking care of any sort of handiwork around the house or anything like dusty, and I find myself also doing the garbage a lot. But for example, like, we take turns doing vacuuming. Actually, I think lately it's been me doing it more just because I find it's relaxing. But I don't know. I feel like you talk to your partner about what you do, and then also you don't like demean them in public about that. It's weird energy. Again, you just talk. You have like a system. That's all. But the man can make himself a sandwich. Actually, believe it or not, I make my girlfriend the sandwiches in the morning. Because I wake up first. I'm an early bird compared to her. And honestly, if I'm gonna say this too. This might be like, sandwiches take like fucking 3 minutes to make. Not even. They take like 2 minutes to make. I've been making them since I was a little kid. I know, like, there's no version of anything. Dude, for real. They take no time to make. I don't know how anyone says that's not my... It's not a job. It's literally popping 2 pieces of toast in the toaster. Hell, you can skip that step and you slap some deli meat and cheese and maybe some mayonnaise or butter, and then you put the other piece on. It takes literally maybe a minute and a half. It is the strangest thing when people make that weird sexist remark. Strangest thing, dude. It takes me 90 minutes to make a sandwich. I know it, Stoma, I know it's probably the best sandwich you've ever had, though. Because I know you're doing some fancy shit to that. Actually, did Mike tell you guys, when I was in Morgantown, I went over to Mike's house and I made everyone sandwiches? I cooked in Mike's house. That was interesting. It was an interesting moment. I have like 10 different kinds of flour now. Are you making your own bread, Abo? Oh, you've been doing a lot of baking though, right? I need to get in on baking. Baking isn't something I haven't explored yet. Did you use his toilet? No, actually I didn't. I got my KitchenAid at the start of the year and never looked back. I don't know what I want as a next like appliance. We don't even have room for appliances, but Alex getting promoted from that social media guy to executive assistant. I made the a twist on the Anthony Bourdain mortadella sandwich. My way of doing it, which is not quite the same, but tastes just as good. Mainly because we didn't have all the same ingredients, but it was real good though. Super dope. Oh, for yours there? Rip a goat? Dude, for real. It's a brand name sandwich. It's my favorite sandwich, by the way. Like, whenever I'm feeling kind of down, and if I have mortadella, and I have like 5 minutes worth of time, I'm making that particular sandwich. I scratch made chicken pot pie yesterday afternoon. Ooh, can I ask how long that took, Sniper? Let me say this to all the guys in chat too. One valuable skill that you can impress anyone with, guy or girl, is cooking. All right? Anyone in the world will be impressed. So I strongly recommend learning how to cook if you can. It is a insanely invaluable skill for impressing people, and then also you're going to eat good. So just eat, all right? Building keyboards is up there. Honestly, Peter, you're not wrong, dude. It is up there. Bro, you should tell that to my friend. He's adamant he doesn't need to know how to cook because he can live off Timmy's. Timmy's, of all things? Tim Hortons? What is he eating at Tim Hortons that he can... What? What the fuck is he eating at Tim Hortons? Chicken wraps? Oh my god. Of all things? Dude, you could have said a different fast food place and I'd be like, alright. But Tim Hortons? Dude, their donuts suck ass too, Gantio. Damn. Alright, whatever. Ain't my place to judge, I guess. But I'm judging, I guess. I'm being dead serious. Speedrunning high cholesterol? So, does he do like breakfast, lunch, and dinner there? Some people like ass. True. You're not wrong. You know, Tim Hortons at one point, I would have been like, yeah, the food's pretty good. Like, because at one point in time, Tim Hortons actually had decent food. And I'll say it too, like, I used to get like their BLTs, and they had like fresh ingredients. It did taste good. And then in the last like 10 years though, man, they've just fallen off. Like, they have the worst food. I've never had a good experience in the last 10 years. Never been to a Tim Hortons? You're not missing much. Timmy sucks. They're all still open here somehow. We have 2. I've heard it's different in America. I've heard it's actually better for what it's worth. I fuck with their breakfast farmer wraps. I haven't had one in forever. Maybe it's gotten better, but yeah. And I think that's the thing, right, Gantio? Like, we have so much selection now for better foods that Tim Hortons just doesn't make sense to order from. How am I doing today, Boney? I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. Today's a really good day, I think. Just, it's a nice, relaxing... I think the weather made me feel real good today. How are you doing? I still like their jelly donuts and Timbits. We went... When did we go? We went last year because for some reason we were both feeling nostalgic, and we're like, do ice caps still taste good? And their ice caps were okay. I've had better like iced cappuccinos at better like other places for the same price. And then I also got, what else? It was some other pastry thing that I got, and I had to I literally, like, I ate it, but I wanted to throw it out. Like, it was bad. It was not very good. And then before that, my last time I went was when we went to Banff. I think we got Tim Hortons on one of the days. I don't remember what day it was, but I got like a small little sandwich thing, and it was nasty, and I did not like it. No, I don't really do fast food that often, Mamba. If I do fast food, the only fast food I really do is just whatever's convenient in my area, and that happens to be, fortunately or unfortunately, a McDonald's. And then when I do go, if I need something big, I'll just grab myself a quarter pounder. But 90% of the time, I'm just grabbing like a little small cheeseburger and some fries, and that's it. That is really the only fast food I do. And then it's, I guess, not really fast food, but if I do order food, it's 99% of the times a shawarma. So those are my go-to things when I don't have time or energy to make things. There's a Harvey's sorta near me-ish, not really but it's more out of the way, and that particular Harvey's is like a hangout for a lot of kids, and it's kind of loud. So the few times I've been there, I don't feel like walking back home with like the meal, so just a cheeseburger and fries at McDonald's is the only option. It's not like they really have much else here. Harvey's isn't a go-to place anymore, IMO. It's so good though, Flick. Like, it really is one of the better burger places. I just don't go there personally anymore. Just because it's great. I love it. Oh, to go like takeout. Oh. Yeah, it really isn't. Is this a 45%? No, this is a HHKB, so 60% technically. HHKB. A&W is better than McDonald's? I don't like A&W anymore. Something happened in the last year where every A&W I've ever been is just not good tasting anymore. Maybe that's slander. I'm not sure. That's crazy. I haven't been in a long time, to be fair. Yeah, something changed about it. Oh, by the way, guys, I've been watching all the Marvel movies again for some stupid reason. Just because I've been lubing switches. A&W overpriced, IMO. I Ain't Made of Money. Yeah, they're also real expensive. Between Crush 65 and Neo 65C, what would you pick? Strictly just because I feel like you can get more out of the sound signatures, like you can do more with it, Steve, I'd probably go with the Neo. But the Crush is good at a bright sound signature, and if you like the sound signatures that I normally go for myself, I think you'll be really content with the Crush. But again, I think you're just going to get more variety out of the Neo. What's up, Pancake? I'm still doing stabs. I'm a little slower today. We're just chit-chatting. Neo is going to feel firmer with firmer feet for Neo CU series now due to the wait. Be honest. Wait, Neo's going with firmer feet now. Did they announce that? When I asked about it, they said there was nothing that was going to change. Is that like an official announcement? Very curious, BRS. They were not changing anything with the feet. I mean, okay, to be fair though, guys, CS on the server mentioned it. Customer service mentioned it? Oh. To offset the squishiness? Interesting. Oh, I'm going to go investigate that afterwards, BRS. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, the feet, they're not problematic at all. They just give you a sound signature that you may not be a fan of. Like, they're not, it's not a bad thing. So, but, it's not like it was a terrible mishap on the board. I think people maybe are taking that piece of, at least my review, maybe a little bit too seriously, because I've seen a few people be really upset about the feet. Not shake the feet, they have elevated sections. That kind of doesn't make sense. I think it's just they don't want to make a new mold. So they're probably just going to change out the material used, if that makes sense. That saves them a bunch of money. I prefer more of the sound profile of the Neo 60 Core. We're doing the Core this week. I'm really pumped up for that. Neo's been killing it though, man. They have some great boards out. They really have some insane boards. Looking forward to it. Thanks, dude. I don't know what I'm going to be using for switches. I'm thinking maybe I'm going to go with something really classic for the Core. Neo's production is really streamlined, so anything during production can change. Yeah, that's what I assumed when they had mentioned nothing was going to change. I'm like, oh, I'm guessing just it can't change because everything's already made. And timelines for quarter keys is really tight. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. Like, they pride themselves on their timelines. So it makes sense if they're not going to change things. I don't understand why they don't send out prototype reviews for people to get feedback on. It doesn't really make sense to me. Well, okay, there's two reasons. One, I also am on the same page as you, Lanes. So a lot of the times, for non-American or non-North American brands, usually they've already ran and done product and marketing and all that other stuff. Full group buys and everything in China. So the product is just kind of coming to us in North America, and we take it or leave it. We have different preferences than other people in the world. Also, we're a smaller market, very small in comparison. The other reason, if it's not that particular reason, I've been told that I've been told by some people that they just don't like the they don't love the criticisms that. Okay, this is gonna sound weird. I've been told by a few people that we're not like criticisms from the reviewers here in North America. They don't like. So, like, they hate the criticisms that we give. So, I don't know. But I agree. Why not send stuff to us? I had this argument with Glorious. Remember when they sent out the original board? I'm like, how come you didn't send this out to streamers or keyboard content creators or people who are notable in the hobby before making the product? And they said they did. So I asked everybody if they had gotten one who was at the time, like, reviewers in the space, and nobody got one. So I don't know who the hell they sent one out to, but difference in culture? Maybe a little bit. I mean, no one likes being criticized, but that's the only way to improve. Yeah, I could tell you guys lots of stories about the whole criticism things. But yes, it's mainly a criticism thing from brands. Where's the plate? Where do I stick the plate now? Oh, underneath. Hi, Gawk. How you doing? No, Switch and Click actually got not a pre-production unit, Gawk. Because I thought so too, but it was a production unit. No one apparently got pre-production units to get feedback from. And then they kind of claimed that they got, like, they worked in tandem with people to make the product. But no one I spoke to said they even talked to them prior to learning about the product. So, like, with everyone else. So it was interesting. I don't fully believe it still myself. Yeah, exactly. I think that even if they did send it to people, they wouldn't have made changes. Their own people, yeah. I remember someone who designed a keyboard who did not want to do any type of IC page because he couldn't handle criticism. Yeah, I mean, you know, to be fair though, that's totally valid. Like, you could totally want to skip that part. But I'll say this, I have opinions and I have criticisms on keyboards. I don't know, I do. Some people might say that sometimes I feel too nitpicky about things, or they don't like my criticisms, or maybe I'm too nice about certain other things, or whatever. Think of me what you will, but there have been times I've worked with people. I'll use Penguin for an example, because Penguin was really good about taking criticism. Penguin changed a lot of stuff about the boards that just objectively didn't work. And I have like a lot of respect for Penguin for making changes to his production, his prototype units. And I think the feedback that was at least given from us in a lot of ways not saved his keyboard, but like, imagine if everyone had gotten that unit with those problems. It would have been a disaster, and that could have collapsed him as a designer, or that could have been a big sting in the ass for whoever was vendoring that board. So like, I don't always, and I was about to get to that too, Gawk. I do think some people just have ego, and ego gets in the way of making things great. So I don't know. Like, I would still love, like, it's been a little while since, like, I've gotten keyboards, like, pre-production, and people have asked me questions about things. And for the most part, I think a lot of the designers in the hobby already know what they're doing. But for sometimes, like, sometimes you get the odd case where it's like, yeah, maybe that should have been reviewed beforehand or something like that. But when you're doing it at such scale like QK Neo, it's hard to make a change when they probably already have most of the production done. Well, that's why you make one-offs. And you don't use injection molded parts or anything. Like, 3D printing has gone a lot better. You can CNC just 1 or 2 units. You don't have to make like a ton of units. So I think that's kind of where you'd be like, all right, is everything set in stone? Now we're going to make our injection molded parts. So your criticisms are always honest but thoughtful. If you can't handle that, I can't help you. Yeah. I've gotten a lot of stories about how people don't like me as a reviewer. I don't even really shit on things, which is crazy to me. All right, we're going to use some Obscuras. I want to use Obscuras. I don't really think silicone molds are expensive. Well, I mean, even at like maybe PCBs, plates, maybe they've already kind of locked in certain things. Like, I'm not too sure. I'm just kind of talking, but I don't know. I'm a lurk for now. Want to play CS2? Go for it, bro. All right, dude. I am so pumped to see how this is gonna sound and stuff. I am so excited. So we're using a PC plate. There's a bunch of different plates. In fact, I think the plate range for this is quite nice. Usually with KBD fan boards, we get like only 3 plate options, and I think this was... Oh, I mean, it is still technically... Oh, this can be built plateless, that's right. Technically, it is still 2 plate options plus EC stuff, but the plateless option is quite nice too. I was just kind of thrown off by all the EC plates. So there is 2 plate options. Aluminum or polycarbonate or plateless, so lack of a plate. Still nice. Should I get a plate fork for this? I feel like I should. Ow. Plate fork it up. Totally dropped it. I get it's a gamble, but IMO, those boards go from what could be a great board to a good board with feet change. Well, here's the thing. Unfortunately, we have to realize that it's our preference here. I love Obscura's real scrubs. More of these are coming soon. I just got the confirmation of mode today that they've been ordered. So there'll be a small-ish batch of these Obscuras soon. Thoughts on sweet potato? It's good. I still prefer regular potatoes. I do, if you can get me a sweet potato fry done in a very specific way, like it has to be fried right, then I go crazy for that. Sweet potatoes are pretty versatile. Like I've definitely had them in some really good dishes, but I don't go nuts. No, I dropped 2 things. Why am I dropping things today? It's okay, I'll clean up afterwards. Yeah, Elquan kind of hit the nail on the head there. Our custom keyboard community is actually very small in the grand scheme of things. We've talked about this once. When you look at keyboards in general, most people who are into keyboards, they don't really dive into like the small minutia of things. Maybe as much as we do here, but you know, we are a bit of a smaller group of folks here. Sweet potatoes are the best cooked in ways that caramelizes the outside so you get a sweet crisp. I mean, you just, dude, that is it. Chewy layer on the inside, dude. Oh my god, now I want sweet potato fries. I went to a restaurant once and they had insane sweet potato fries. Insane sweet potato fries. Alex, thoughts on me? Always too beautiful. Always. No, A&W's, I feel like those are, every time I get them, they're kind of soggy. I don't know, maybe I've had bad A&W experiences. Elk1 wants a compliment? You know what's perfect every time, though? You, Elk1. Every time. Perfection. Like a perfect sweet potato fry. Yummy. Matzo burger? I haven't been in my burger mood lately. A&W or McDonald's for worst sogginess? Oh, McDonald's. McDonald's tastes bad soggy, like even worse soggy than A&W. Where'd you get the cork key mat? This is from Novel Keys. Believe it or not. I burgered myself a couple of weeks ago, got obsessed with making smash burgers. You know, Ava, we live in parallels right now, bro. I did the same thing like a month ago. I got, my wonderful girlfriend got me a burger press for Christmas. That was my major, like my big gift. And let me tell you, it's a gift I've wanted forever. And then for the next 2 weeks, my stomach's growling right now. I'm thinking about food. For the next 2 weeks, I just made burgers. Well, okay, not 2 weeks. For the next week, I made burgers like every night almost, just to practice with the press. And then at one point, I'm like, these are good, but I gotta stop making them now. What's the theoretical limit for how many times a chatter can redeem a compliment and have it honored in one stream? I think I have it set to only 1 per stream per person. I don't think you can do it more than once. So, one, I think. You got a griddle? Like a big one? Like outside? That's so lucky. I've been making mine in like pan, like cast iron. Gosh, I miss cooking. What's stopping you, Bear? If you don't mind me asking. If it's personal, I understand that too. Burger with Swiss cheese and mushrooms? Ooh, that is a good... I haven't done that in forever. I should do that. I should do that. Griddle me this. I want a griddle. It was like 19 bucks. Little round one? Oh, cool. Going to create a Twitch burner account so I can get multiple compliments. That's one way to go about it. Current living situation, don't really have access to a kitchen, but we'll be moving after June. I am stoked for you. Does that mean you're going to start cooking? I am so stoked for you, bro. That is big news. What is this notification I just got? Why am I getting so many weird notifications right now? What is this? Oh, it's because I don't post on Instagram much anymore. I'm getting a little burnt out on posting on social medias like Instagram. I just feel like taking photos of keyboards is really fun and I do it for me. Like, you know how many photos I haven't posted? But, I don't know, I feel like posting on Instagram is just like weird. Because I don't use it as much, it notifies me more. I never got into social media, I never got the hype. Work is work. Yeah, like I still post. But I think it's strictly an Instagram thing. I just find Instagram is so different nowadays that it's kind of sucked the fun out of posting things. Like, from a few different standpoints, it's just not the same anymore. Like, even the comments aren't the same anymore that we get. So, do you have any Instagram comment stories? Not really. Dude, the app, truth be told, like, even when I post a lot, the app is so different compared to how it was even 2 or 3 years ago. It is so different nowadays. Like, it used to be a lot of fun. There used to be a lot of interaction. And these days, there's just not. So, you know, that might be the point too, Steve. I think there's just a lot of bots. I love doom scrolling IG Reels. My second account is so scuffed it has some wild shit. Yeah. Well, that's the other thing too. When I stopped doing TikToks and short form content, I noticed that photos, nobody gives a flying fuck about photos anymore. But I like taking pictures. And maybe that's kind of where it is. Like, I don't want to follow suit and do short videos. Like, I just feel like a photo, setting up a photo to me, and it's all different, right? Everyone has different preferences on this, feels more meaningful. So, my pedals. Which one's the pedals? My IG Reels are the purest form of brick by brick brain rot. Oh, mine's pure brain rot. Right now I'm on that Larry the Cat shit, and I fucking love it, but it's like, it's brain rot, dude. Oh, I don't think I kept that one there. That one there I sent back to Sour. Pretty sure I shipped that to Sour like the month after. The homies all fuck with my pictures on Insta, and that's what's important for me. Yeah, there's still people who engage with the photos, which I appreciate, but I do feel like everything's skewed to short form. Blue Sky has been so much better than Twitter. Also, stop TikTok unless I'm browsing with friends that are with me. Yeah, I need to start posting on my Blue Sky more. My main thing these days, guys, is I like posting on Twitch. I don't mind posting the videos on YouTube, and I love talking with people on Discord. My favorite is Twitch, though. I love live streaming. Trolling me with IG comments? Go for it, dude. The Baldur 65 is still one of the favorite pictures you've posted. That was fun. That was really cool. I want to do... My next little thing for photography is I want to start using some of those really fun flat lay backdrops that I got. Like those green bricks and the flooring. So I like those. I love taking those photos. But here's the thing. When I take those type of photos, like flat lays, they barely get likes. Because people prefer... with keyboards, they like seeing angles of keyboards. But I've been kind of visually into flat lays lately, but they don't do well number-wise. Blue sky fits your positive vibe. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. Very, very kind. Mamba, thank you so much for the tier 1, man. Appreciate it. Almost as kind as Alexotos. Thank you, Scrubs. Appreciate that, dude. Truth Social. Oh my god, I cannot talk right now. What is that? It sounds so familiar. I think Photos on Graham made a comeback recently. It's weird. People go through phases. I also, speaking of photos, okay, long story short, I don't really get to buy myself much anymore, like outside of work stuff. So this year, I'm putting some money aside because I want to pick up a few things. And one of the things I kind of want to get is just a film camera. Not an expensive one by any means. I just want to grab any film camera, but doing film is expensive. I really want to do film again. I think there's something lovely about it that I think I would love to try it again. But I'm a little nervous, if I'm being real. I'm about to make some carbonara adjacent pasta with mushrooms. Oh my god, mushrooms and pasta are my favorite. Red peppers, shallots, mild chicken Italian sausage, and pancetta. Can you feed me, Lucidity? Yeah, I want to do film again. About the whole brain rot thing, a majority of my students are in special education, so I'm in that circle. And there has been conversation about how the attention economy is not only annoying, but makes the internet inaccessible or even dangerous for vulnerable folks. So we might need to start seeing social internet infrastructure as a disability rights issue. Interesting. I mean, I get that. In a bigger scale, I really do get that. But it's also why I stopped making short form content, because I don't want to be part of that. I got into it at the beginning, and then I was like, dude, I feel like shit consuming this content. Why am I making it? So I stopped making it. Point and shoot cameras are actually really good, and some of the best ones aren't expensive as hype film cameras. Actually, recently I traded a keyboard for a Fuji X100, but I just haven't used it yet because I haven't gone out. Rip your wallet, man. I have inherited several film cameras in different formats from family, but I don't want to get into because of cost. Yeah, it's on my to-do list. My dad has a Minolta that I would love to start using, but I don't know. That Minolta, no, it wasn't the Toxic one. It was an old board. It was my Noxary. I don't even remember the name of it. It was my old Noxary board that I bought like so long ago. Someone really wanted it. For some reason, my polycarbonate on that was dyed pink. And apparently that's like an interesting one. So someone wanted it, and I traded them. Did you know that Ontario has the lowest amount of traffic incidents or accidents? This is because everyone's stuck on the 401. You know, that's a pretty good one. Do you sell your own boards? No. I've only sold like 2-3 boards ever in my entire lifetime. Okay, maybe like 4 or 5 ever. In the last like 5 years I've been doing this. I usually, if I'm gonna give away boards, I give them away to you guys. And in some rare cases for stuff that I've purchased way back when, especially because I haven't like the stuff I purchased now are stuff I actually really want to keep. But I've made some silly purchases back then. Those I've like sold. Those are usually the ones I've sold, or I trade for things. Like I remember I even traded one for a lens. I just see if anyone wants them. But I don't like selling them. I don't know why I don't like selling them, but I just don't sell them. I don't sell anything. I'll give it away before I have to sell it. I feel like part of the reason is I feel very fortunate to be in the situation that I am, and I don't want to take advantage of that in any slight way possible. So, my own mindset there. Oh, this pin is bent. I just beat anti-11 on Balatro. Ooh! I want to play some Balatro. god, I cannot get this in right now. What the fuck is going on? Okay, there we go. Alright. Honestly, this should be a really simple build, and I'm sorry that I've taken an hour and 14 minutes so far, but it is what it is. Bolatro stream? Maybe not today. This does look good though, right? The polycarbonate though. It's nice polycarbonate, by the way. But KBD fans has always done nice polycarb, so. Alright, so these are going to go with that little pointy thing downwards to kind of lock into the case. So we're going to put these in now. What's with the board to the right? It's the EC version of the same board. Okay. Is there an easy way to do this? Or should I just use my fingers? Yeah, I'll just use my fingers. Fuck it. Sometimes it's not about how fast you go, but the enjoyment of the journey. Thank you, dude. Take as long as I want. Thanks, man. What's the best way to put these in? I'm assuming I should go from below and then push downwards. This mount was made after the Tofu FA, probably their only O-ring board they designed. Was it? I thought there was one more. Actually, you know what? Maybe I should do it that way instead. Because that one there locked in nicely. I think the tweezers really help here to kind of push in that little top locking mechanism at the top there. Pluto is an external designer. Oh, you're talking about internal designer. Oh, there's a little piece of plastic on the back of this one. Mr. KBD fans, I'll show you guys what I'm doing here. I'm trying to find a good way to put these in so I can tell you guys too. It just seems like maybe pushing them in downwards and then pushing in the little top clip part seems to be the most effective. It'd be one day if you prank us. Remember those weird hot tub streams where the person would be like, I'm gonna go in, and they never did. So you can do a stream where you literally do anything but build a keyboard and keep saying you will. I don't know. I've tried doing other content for streaming, and I always come back to keyboards. But it's been a long time since I've tried something different. So nice.
Ayo, thanks
Links.
for all the content, Mr. Toes. I think I'm rhyming. Let's see where this goes.
Oh, I don't know why that's
where
not working
we'll end
anymore.
up, nobody knows.
Dude,
Pee-pee?
I don't know. Yeah, I think you have to put more slashes in that. Pee-pee? I think you have to put way more slashes. I don't know if they changed that recently. Thank you, Low Links. I have no idea how it mounts. Mine is stuck in DHL. Jeff built. I think is Jeff the only person that built it so far? Jeff's review on this, by the way, was excellent. If you guys want to go see another perspective, highly recommend watching Mr. Geoff. Geoff did a really good stream on that, or not stream, video on that. I need this guy. We're gonna screw this in too. What is the weight of the unbuilt unit? Let me. Oh, actually, I still don't know where my thing is. I never went to go look for it that day. I don't know. I don't know the weight of the unbuilt unit. I think I misplaced my scale. Yeah, the daughter board's interesting. We kind of talked about it already, but basically this is kind of like a springy daughter board, so there's no hot spot on this part over here. And it'll get magnetized up a little bit, so. And I guess screws for this, would it be the same screws as these? Let's just use the same ones. Can you drink some drink? I'll drink some coffee. I got 1 sip left. PC is 1.2 and Alu is 1.65, but I don't know if that's fully built or raw. Yeah, I wouldn't know either. I'm gonna use this baby screwdriver because it's cute. I don't think there's threaded inserts here on the bottom, but again, I don't think daughter boards are high mileage parts. So just be cautious as you screw this in. Don't crank it in. Now someone redeem hydrate. Well, I'd have to get some water. I've been hydrating all day though. All right, so that's basically the entire case. It's a very simple build. It is one piece construction with you put in these little drop points here and then you just drop the PCB in. So that is, and then you just press into it so it kind of clips into place and then that's it. And then if you do need to pull it out, use those little crochet tools that they gave you, but you should just be able to pop it into place and that's literally the entire build. I know we took a while because we chit chat, but it is an extremely well thought out build experience, IMO. Actually, that does look really cool with PC now that we've actually built it. I wonder how bright the LEDs will be. I still think the aluminum looks better for this particular case, just because of the beautiful, elegant curves that this thing has. Like, it is beautiful in aluminum. But the PC definitely still is kind of cool. Holds its own just by being PC. Now for keycaps. And if we don't like this, by the way, we'll use foam after this. They did recommend putting one layer of foam at the bottom, being this little piece here that they give you, or the other piece, depending on how you want it to sound, but we'll try it with no foam first. You have elegant curves? Oh, Matthew's making me smile right now. Are you going to switch the MX PCB to the Alu case? I kind of want to, but we'll see. I mean, yeah, probably. It takes like 2 seconds to undo this thing. PC is so nice. It always looks like it's glowing from within. I wonder though. Let's see. Let's plug it in and see if the RGB turns on immediately. It's not that bright. It is what it is. I wasn't expecting this to be like a glow monster, you know what I mean? It's alright. I can see some of the LEDs. You can see it's sort of blue. I'll turn off the light here. It's not special. Nothing special with the lights off. Womp womp. Yeah, womp womp indeed. That's really dim. Maybe we can adjust the brightness. I don't know if there's a brightness for this that we can go look at. We'll also see if this is already working in VIA. RGB is a missed opportunity. Well, to be fair though, I'd like to see this in the clear PC, like the white PC. Purple PC is a little tough to work with the RGB sometime. Let's actually see if this is VIA compatible yet. It's not loaded into VIA yet. I hope it ends up being into VIA. I don't know if Penguin. I don't know if Pancake can confirm with us there. It's in Vial? Alright. If it's in Vial, that's still really good. Oh. What's going on here? Why isn't the keys typing? Oh, because I have to do this. Quit. Wait, why aren't the keys? Do I need to flash this? The RGBs are all on. I might need to flash this. Let me see if they sent me a file here. No? My PCB's not working. We'll see, we'll see. I want to see if anything's bound to anything here, because it recognizes the PCB. It's starting up. It's taking a minute. Yeah, it's all here. Yeah, nothing's typing on it. It could need some sort of weird flash or something, but we'll see. It does load up in Vial though. Pop it out and see if the daughter board says EC on it or not. Oh, is that literally the thing? No, it just says Agar. That's it. I don't know. Could be. Could be the... Let's see, actually. Let me see something here. I'm going to just reload the page. I don't know. Make sure it's catching the pins. I can definitely tell you it's catching the pins because the RGB's on. I don't know. Matrix tester? Yeah, Matrix isn't working too. They have a different firmware for MX and EC. It could have been flashed wrong, or it could have been... There could be something wrong with this. So, I've only seen this once, so I don't know. I mean, no big deal. We put in obscure switches. Yeah, there could be some sort of mix-up for firmware too. So I'm not too sure. I don't want to like jump the gun and say this is an issue. I'm sure this won't be an issue for any of the keyboards. It could have just been what they sent me. So we'll see. Does this one load up? I wonder if just the daughter boards are mixed up or something. Use the JSON with VIA and it works. Really, Baron? This one here fully works. So let's try doing what you said then. Let's just load up the JSON and VIA, and if something happens to it, like it loads up in Vial. Authorized device, key tester, design, load. Yeah, I got it. Thanks, Baron. I appreciate that, man. Let's see. And then we'll put some keycaps. Dude, why is my stomach growling right now? Where is this in my giant list of things here? So I don't know if I could load this. It's giving me an error. This is the JSON link? Yeah, no, I got it. Yeah, I might have to disable the V2 stuff. We'll see. If not, like I said, I'm not going to worry about it right this instant. Okay, so now it's... So it recognizes it's just still not working 100%. Oh, you can adjust the brightness on this. Still not hugely different in brightness. Yeah, I'm not sure why it's not working. I have no idea. Maybe there's something, like I said, that got damaged in transit, which I don't think there was because I didn't see anything in the baggie. But we'll see. I'm gonna see if just maybe switching it back and forth. Disable/enable. What am I disabling/enabling? The RGB works and everything. Maybe Baron has the fix for us. The V2 definitions. And that makes the whole keyboard just suddenly work? No, still not working. It loads up in VIA. We could try a different... You know what? That's actually a really good point, too. Maybe it's not loading up because it's using too much power. And this is on a USB hub. That is a really good point. I have definitely seen issues with that before. Nope, this is plugged in directly to the front and it's not working. I will note that to them since I've only seen this once and that person just got sent a new PCB. Okay. I mean, it could be a PCB problem, too. We'll see. But good to know. Good to know. Frost switch would be so pretty on this. Ooh, that would be a good choice. Good to note. Let's see. Which keycaps should I use? Should I use frost switch? Do we have it up here? I'm down. I'm down to do frost switch. Yeah, I think Frostos will look sick on this. Symbiote would look really cool too. But I hope the PCB issue isn't actually an issue. Maybe it's just something I'm doing wrong, but I don't know. Highly doubt it. Oh, I need to better seat this in here. What's going on? It does look like it's sitting a little higher than I'd like. But this is literally pressed in all the way. I can't go anymore. Huge gap under the spacebar. Yeah, it's sitting a little higher. I'm hoping I have this. Maybe I don't have this in all the way. Oh no, hold on. This one came out of place here. Let's put this back in. Let's put that back in. It came out of place. Ah, much better. Much, much better. So when you do assemble this, just make sure that these things stay in place. Because even on this one here, I can tell that I need to fix them all again. Just from taking it out once. The locking mechanism on these little silicone pieces isn't like the best in the world, but it is interesting. How much does it weigh fully built? I am not too sure. I don't have a... Unfortunately, I can't find my scale. This does look really good with this set. This is a good call. This is a very, very good call here. Right, I think the U goes here. Does it go here? I think so. So connect the board, open up via designer, enable via 2 definitions, then import a JSON, and pop-up should give you the option as Agar, then should show the layout. So, Baron, it showed up. The keyboard itself doesn't actually type. But everything registers, everything registers as it should. I really personally believe it just needs to be flashed with something. I really personally think it just needs to be flashed. Or I have some sort of weird prototype unit of this. But I appreciate that, Baron. 110 bro. Thank you so much. What set are we doing? Do we not like this set? Are we not into this right now? Yes or no? Scales at the kitchen, you're weighing out meal prep? I should meal prep. Meal prep's a really smart idea that I should really get in on one day. But I don't do that, so. You could plug the board in pressing the bottom. It worked on the universe? Yeah, I can give it a go. I'm going to take it out anyways here in a second. The problem is I can't really take the case out. Well, actually, I could just do the other thing there. Never mind. I'm stupid. Oh, this is supposed to be regular if we're doing HHKB here. My bad, my bad. You're good, Alex? Thank you, dude. Appreciate the kind words, Pancake. I think we may need to use that bottom foam. We'll see. Let's put the keycaps on because it's never good to judge a board just by putting on 2 keycaps. Sometimes the resonance disappears when you put all the keycaps on because it reflects differently afterwards. So always good to just put everything on before you judge. I also noticed on KBD fan PCBs that it enters into a random mode sometimes on JSON upload and the alphas start opening up web pages for me. Huh? That is wild, Baron. I've never seen that happen to me. Almost sounds like a virus. I can't meal prep because when I do, sometimes I look at the food day of and I'm like, you know what? I don't want to eat. The only times I've ever tried to really meal prep, what always happens to me is I end up eating the food just later on in the day. I'm like, yeah, I prepped it for some other time and that other time is now. So it never really works for me in the long run. I never get to eat my meal prep meal the day after or something. I just eat it same day, just for like a different, dinner or something. happens every time. That's why I just haven't done it in so long. Just live off Timmy's? This guy. This freaking guy right now, dude. He needs to be stopped. That's just called cooking? Well, you'd meal prep to avoid all that, you know? I just make super big batch so I can throw in the fridge, some in the freezer, and then eat the stuff that doesn't fit straight on the pot like a goblet. Yeah. I get that. I know what that's like. That's relatable. Definitely relatable. I hate when my PCBs have that random bug where a window pops up on my screen. I have to enter my credit card information and send for it to go away. I had that. Did you guys ever have that bug where it opened up on Geon's website and then it made you buy 900 switches on your keyboard to like start functioning again? Did you guys ever have that bug? Happened to me the other day, and then I ended up with a lot of MX2As. Happens to this day. No, I where is it now? Where did I put my bag of many switches? It was weird. I ended up just getting like a big bag of cherry switches from Geon's website. It was so strange. Proof? It's right here. This is 450, and the other ones are on my other desk. But yeah, it was really weird. I don't know what happened. It was just a bug. But luckily it'll go away soon, I think. Someone should look into that? I think so. Wait, you actually got something when that happened? Was I not supposed to? Happens after every paycheck? I'm glad it happens to other people too. I didn't want to be alone. Wait, I have a stepped control for this. I'm putting that back into stepped. I'm sorry for everyone who says this is not right. It's like one of the few sets I probably have a stepped control for. Every now and then we get those bugs. Every now and then. Honestly, my wife is starting to look at me like I need a doctor. Why? Because of keyboard stuff? Nick Fury, hope you're doing well. Is there any chance I can improve my sand in my Wooting 60HE? Case swapping to a tofu is one of my favorite things, or a salvation. But I think the major mods that you probably are gonna end up doing literally is sticking foam into the HE boards. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot of options. There's not like I've seen people experiment with different things, and I still think the best sounding ones are ones that just use foam. So, not, like I said, not a crap ton of options. She watches me watch you, and she's like, you watch people build keyboards. She's cool though. She gets it at times. Whenever anyone in the world brings up anything to do with streaming and why I watch people stream, I always hit them with the, do you watch sports? Do you watch sports by any chance? And they're usually people are like, yeah, I dabble. I watch like basketball or something. I'm like, it's weird. You watch people play the game? It's real weird. Why don't you just go play it yourself? And they usually stop talking to me after that. Not in like a good way. They just kind of stop talking to me, period. So, like, they never talk to me again after that. All planned. My sister popped in while I had your stream open, and she got it right away with no interest in these kind of things. I mean, that's really awesome that she got it right away, though. Because my community center has soccer and now basketball running right now, man. If I had to play one or the other, though, dude, I'm definitely playing soccer every day of the week. I don't know why. I never really got into basketball. I did get into soccer, though. I played for a little bit when I was small. And then I also watched soccer for a little bit, too. Where's the backspace? That's I need a function key, right? Function. Super. And I just need a backspace now, which I'm struggling to find. They might take your advice to heart. Go to try it, play sports themselves, get injured, then sue you. Fuck. I never thought that far ahead. Am I missing the backspace for this? Oh, it's right here. God damn. Well, actually, I think this is delete, but whatever. I just put it here and here. I thought I needed foam for this, but I don't think I need foam for this. I don't think I need foam. Since the PCB doesn't type anyways, we're just not going to plug it in. Alright, so that's how it is fully built. Again, beautiful looking keyboard. I'm probably going to, in the next few minutes here, I'm going to swap this assembly to the aluminum assembly, see what it sounds like. I do think the aluminum is still prettier. Before I start typing, I just want to give a recap of my thoughts. It's a very easy build. I do, if I want to get really critical about it, I do think there should be a better way to lock those silicone tabs into place. It's fine once you get it all built, but building it, it does feel a little finicky with the silicone tabs. But again, super simple. I like that daughter board design. I think that was really cool. The shape of the board's awesome. Look at that. Look how pretty this is. Hell, even not having a cable there kind of looks really neat over here too. Like, look at that. The weight design on this is really great. Again, you can appreciate this more, I feel, with the aluminum, but even just having this kind of inset frame here is really pretty. Yeah, maybe a higher durometer gasket would fix that. It is kind of squishy. I don't know if they plan on doing that, Pancake. Very pretty board. Great price point at $125 to start. Technically $115 if you want to go solder. I always forget the solder PCBs there. We're using the PC plate. We have Obscuras inside here, and we're using GMK keycaps. No foam. Alphas already sound really good. Definitely has a little bit of bounciness, which I can appreciate. The PCB just doesn't type. It turns on, but it doesn't type. So something to note there as well. I know we just finished talking about that. All right, let's see what this sounds like. It doesn't need foam. Maybe the aluminum one might, but this does not need foam at all. I wonder how this would be in plateless, man. Mods all sound really good too. Sounds really good. And yeah, it's 125. Oh, or if you want to go solder, 115 to start. But this version here we have is 125. Excellent. Really low front height again. Love that. The comfort on this board is already really nice. Very soft typing experience. Actually, I shouldn't say very soft. It's a soft typing experience. It's not very soft. But definitely has a bit of give and cushion to it. Some of the cushion you're seeing is definitely from the desk pad, but really, really cool. And then here's the EC one. Let me just actually go in and fix the gaskets because they kind of fell apart here. Oh, there it does say EC. It says EC there. So it does look like that's a bit of a difference. I don't know. Are they going to be selling extra plates? I didn't see anything, Pancake, when I went to go look. I'm not sure if they are. Alright, and here's the EC version. In case you guys are wondering. These are recolored navies. EC navies, and PBT keycaps. Ooh. A little loud on the enter here. I wonder if something's up with the stabilizer there. Again, I did not assemble this one here, but it was sent to me like this. The EC one is really cool. It is very, very neat. Cool. Very neat. Now, I'm going to swap this one here into this. Well, I wish my wife would smile at me the way Alex is smiling at the typing test. Damn. I'm not going to bother plugging it in, though. Ooh. Really, Gantio, I love the spacebar. We can try a regular non-long pull spacebar as well. This sounds incredible with the aluminum, and it looks really good with the aluminum too. You like the PC better? I don't know. I think I prefer the aluminum sound profile myself, guys. I don't know why. I think there's just a bit of a sharpness that comes out of the aluminum version that sounds better to me. Like, it's a weird, like, brightness. Try with foam. We can try foam. Actually, before we try foam, though, let me try swapping the spacebar out. EC and PC? Yeah, here, I'll try that too. If you guys end up getting a few different configs of this, pretty easy to swap these around. Sounds identical. But you have to make sure your daughter boards are, you know, matching for that too. It does look really good with this keycap set with this polycarbonate version though. That is cool. Alright, I do want to see what a cherry switch sounds like. This is an MX2A that I just recently did. Let's see how this sounds like inside this board. Yeah, the EC PCB works. It's just the MX1 that seems to be having some weird issue right now. Again, I don't know the issue. I can sit here and troubleshoot it later, but there's only be so much I can do. I still have a feeling it needs to be flashed. I really like the MX2A on this. Hold on. Depending on how I'm striking my hand, it's even the whole way through. But just the way I strike my hand here is a little different for this. Oh, I wonder if I seated this properly. Did I? I did. Interesting. Very, very nice on the space bar. I think either way. I don't think I have a preference per se. I think either one was nice. Now let's put this inside. This film's a little funky looking with this little cutout here. Is that good? No, no. All right. Oh no, let's do this side too. Alphas are obscuras, yeah. Okay, I don't really notice any difference. I don't think it changed it at all. Did you guys think it changed? It's you guys can hear it? Maybe I'm losing it here, but it's no foamy sound signature though. Very nice. It might not be sitting 100% because I keep taking it in and out here. But let me triple check. Let me triple check here. Maybe this one actually. Yeah, this one here came out a little bit. There we go. Much better. Yeah, we're good now. It's seated nicely now. Yeah, it's like I said, with these particular mounts, you really got to make sure you're mounting this properly. So, okay, so this sounds really good in both configurations. We'll say both cases here. I don't know if I agree with the recommendation on the need for case foam. You want to hear the PC one more time? For sure. Front lip, when I measured, was about 15 millimeters. Which is pretty darn cozy. Actually, let's put the foam in the plastic one too. I feel like maybe the foam is nice. Like it definitely sounds pretty decent, but it doesn't really give you a foamy sound signature, which is cool. Which I kind of appreciate. Maybe the foam is nice to keep. Unless you want that, nice frosted aesthetic with nothing blocking the PCB there. We'll try it though. Just so the PCB doesn't bottom out on the alu. Alternative would be G on ESD film. Ah, okay. So is that why they're saying they recommend it? So there's no bottom out? God damn. I don't like this one strip of this particular foam though. Feels a bit silly. See? Okay. Makes a lot more sense. So here's what it sounds like now again in the PC case. A little bit more plasticky. I think the aluminum sounds better. Almost feels like, now that I hear the contrasting differences, this sounds a little bit more reverb-ish to me. It has a bit more reverb to it, a little bit more of an echo. This sounded really full. Either way, though, I'd be happy with either. I think these both sound fantastic. Damn. $125. I gotta say, this is a pretty damn good deal. This is pretty damn good. No plate foam in the MX build? Yes, no plate foam in the MX build at all. The all-plastic O-ring is pure poppiness. Yeah, I think the mounting style, just to show you guys what this looks like again, the mounting style is pretty clever. It's kind of a play on what I feel Mode has done with the lattice blocks that still gives you that poppy O-ring style sound profile. I think the only downside is installation's a little tricky and finicky with these, but once you get it in, you're never going to take it out, I hope. Interesting though. And again, they kind of just sit in between here and lock into place. Unlike the lattice blocks, there shouldn't be any sort of compressing with these over time. At least not that I think there would be. Cool. Well, I'll give it to KBD fans here. I think this is an excellent purchase. This is probably one of the more fun keyboards that sounds really good, feels really good in a long time. Well, I shouldn't say a long time. Just without issue. I think this is probably one of KBD fans' most strongest releases in a while. Like it is a really solid release. I would definitely say it has the Alex sound signature, as you put it, Zane. The ass. If only it typed. I mean, I'm assuming that's just a one-off issue with me, but hopefully it's not a one-off issue. The keycap set's cool. This is PBT Signal, by the way. No Signal, sorry, not Signal. This is a cool keycap set. KVD Fans has this too. Yeah. If you guys want it, it's in my what's called my build command if you guys want the keyboard, but pretty solid. The colors are neat too. We have anodized pine green, black, burgundy, e-white. Oh my god. Well, KVD fans, thank you very much. I appreciate that, man. Thank you, dude. Just sneeze with a mouthful of food. Oh, I hate when that happens. Thank you, KVD fans. Appreciate it. Thank you, dude. Chill, KVD. KVD fans needs to put the ass stamp of approval on the page. I highly doubt they'll ever do that. That's just a community name you guys gave it anyways. Thank you very much, KVD fans. I really appreciate it, dude. I have not seen that flick, no. But no, they have E-white, anodized silver, burgundy, pine green, black, PC white, PC purple, anodized light pink. That's a pretty color. Anodized light blue. So, again, pretty solid release. Very, very strong, I'd say, with very minimal things that I have to complain about. I really hope that this PCB thing is like a one-off thing for me, but either way, it's probably an easy fix for them. It's a pretty nice looking board. See, they have a video, by the way, guys, of the PC case, the clear one, with RGB, and it actually looks super sick. I just really think the purple's not the best choice if you want RGB with it. You remember my Moon Tower? My Moon Tower, when I still had it, was purple as well. And you need to crank that thing up to the max brightness to get any sort of color to pop through. But with the other ones, I never had to do that. So the clear one's really pretty, actually. I still think aluminum's nicer, like in just terms of looks and sound profile. Did you give away the Moon Tower? I gave away all the Moon Towers. Well, sorry. I gave away all but one. And then I also gave away a bunch of other O-ring boards that I really liked that I kind of regret, but it's okay. I would probably say you're good to go with either or. I think if you want a bit more of a poppy sound signature, go with the aluminum. However, trying the PC plate today, even getting this poppy spacebar with the PC plate gives me confidence that I don't think you're going to have an issue going with either or. I think you'll be safe to pick just one or the other. I don't think you're going to have, like, again, an issue with that. Super solid, though. Very impressed. Very, very impressed. The EC one's really cool, too. If you guys want an EC kit, this is really impressive. I think it's neat that you can get an EC kit. So let's see how much the EC kit comes out to again. $159. Very impressive. And then if you want to add switches, you're adding an extra $45 to that. So it's a little over $200. For an EC kit like this is super neat. And then they're even offering an assembly service. I don't know how much that costs. $8 for the assembly service for the EC keyboard. Wish the Neo 60 CU's prices were this. Well, I mean, to be fair though, I'm not going to discredit what the CU has to offer. It does have a larger copper bottom, which probably adds to the cost. But I'm going to say this. Well, I just closed my... This is by far a prettier weight than anything Neo has to offer. Wait, 159 with EC switches included? Where does it say that? Hold on a second. Are you sure it's included? Because it says here it's an extra $45 for additional. I don't want to give people misinformation. Or is that just extra switches? Because it doesn't say anywhere else that you scroll down. Where am I scrolling to? That's additional? Oh, so that's extra? Oh, so 159 with the switches included for EC? Okay, let me what's included here with the EC kit? Oh yeah, you get 65 EC switches. And which ones do you get? Do we know? I have to admit with Carolina sometimes they should put, like, in brackets when you select the EC at the top, switches included, so people don't accidentally buy more switches. I would agree there. Just those Navy ones? I mean, that's awesome. So 159 with the EC with switches is crazy. That's even more crazy to me. I don't even know how they're doing that at that point. That is fucking wild. Crazy, dude. I just don't know. Dang it, I just bought extra switches. Did you actually? Damn, this sounds really good. Dude, I love this weight. This weight is so pretty. Probably one of the... Actually, you know what? I think this is most likely one of the prettiest weights I've seen in a long time. It's kind of like what the Margot had, but just a more fun, stylized Margot. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. Actually, let me show it on the aluminum. The aluminum one kind of looks a little bit nicer for that. Look how pretty this is. I definitely have to daily this, but the PCB doesn't work for now. So I got to figure out how the PCB will turn on, and then we'll figure it out. The EC one works, so maybe I'll use the EC one for a bit. This is so pretty. So pretty. They killed it with this design. And again, here's the side profile up close of the aluminum one. Look at these curves. So I think it's important to note here too, this is not very cheap to do, which is awesome that they're fitting this all in this price point. Getting curves like this and just like all this stuff here is not, it's not like easy. And even just having like this come down over here too, like this is so pretty. It is a good looking keyboard. There's the back, pretty simple in the back. Maybe that's where they're saving a few bucks. But even just having these kind of tapered down over here, it's really pretty too. Gorgeous. It does a little bit of a dolphin inspiration for sure, but we've seen this in a few boards now. Good job. Damn. I'm very impressed with this one. The price point's very right for this. Very impressed. Does the chunky connect? Yeah, I mean, the chunky connector fits, so we don't have to worry about the chunky. I mean, anything chunkier than what I have probably won't fit though. So, what do you mean? Just CNC the wedge shape and take a huge bite out of each side? Now you don't have to pay for a dental? That kind of like hurts my teeth thinking of that, Rufus. Oh. Do the corner dips add any extra comfort? Not really. I'd be lying if I said yes. I don't think I type like this anyways. I think most of us are probably going to bring our hands over here. And maybe there's something to be said about having your hand kind of droop in a little bit over here, but I don't think this is the case. I really don't think it's the case. Yes, Lane, it is. All right. Well, that's pretty much the stream. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Pretty fun little board here. I'm gonna make sure with KBD fans as well, but we'll probably be giving one of these away. I don't know when. Let me just take photos of everything and finalize all the content I have to do with this, but I'll give away maybe the EC one, maybe the MX one, who knows? I don't know which one we'll end up giving away. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for being here, Keeb. I'm going to go clean up a little bit because I dropped a whole bunch of stuff as I was grabbing something. I don't know why. I've been really clumsy today, but we'll see. We'll see why. Thanks again for reaching out on Discord for my Honey Beige set. Derek reached out and helped me. Dude, I'm happy about that, man. Sometimes it happens with GMK sets. Sometimes you get like a weird extra key or lack of a key. It's strange. It happens. Since Gurn's not here, I'll ask on behalf. Underwear tier list when? Oh my goodness. Alright guys. I'm gonna go find someone to raid. No underwear tier list. Tomorrow will be the first day. Oh jeez. Tomorrow's gonna be the first day we're gonna be doing a giveaway. I will kind of explain the rules tomorrow. But we'll go through it. Alright, until tomorrow everybody. Tomorrow same time. Let's go raid who's even doing stuff right now? Let's go raid Thrash. Thrash is doing something right now. Alright everybody. You guys have a good night. Love you guys. Enjoy the weather if you guys can still. But bye everyone. See ya, and I'll talk to you guys very soon. Bye everybody.